inside.
There's something in the big... Oh, what the f***? Did you just see that woman walk
No.
towards us? Were you a dancer? And it said that he hacked her body up into small pieces. Bit worried about that guy following us. Thank you for tuning into AmysCrypt. I'm currently in Pune, India, and I just got dropped off on a random road. The reason being, there's apparently a haunted and abandoned mansion in this area somewhere. We're not really sure where it is, so we're gonna have to do a bit of exploring, but let's go see if we can find it. Alright, someone's got some thumping music going on and just climbing the hill now to try and locate this supposed haunted abandoned mansion. It's a bit creepy. Oh, maybe I can see some kind of ruin up here. This has got to be it. I think we found it. Alright guys, so we found an access point. We are here at the haunted abandoned mansion and it looks really cool. We managed to get in by climbing over this, which is a little bit handy, but we are definitely not alone. We have a lot of company. There's a big group of guys here all playing cricket and they're really interested in us, so they've come over wanting the selfies, wanting to talk to us, which is really nice and really great, but it's making it hard to film. We also have, which I didn't realize was here, some kind of public park or something that is very, very loud. So you guys might have heard when I was coming up the hill, they're cranking music, there's a loudspeaker and all sorts of stuff going on. So we're gonna go check that out, and I think we're gonna try and come back a little bit later when people have left and it's a bit quieter, so we can do a bit more exploring and check out what this place is really about. Made a new friend.
What's her name?
About Latte, 'cause she's got that colour.
Latte?
Latte, yeah. We figured out that this park over here is actually like a proper legit cricket ground and they've got a match going on. That's why the loudspeaker and all the music keeps going, and probably why there's so many people over there playing cricket as well. There's just too many people around to explore or investigate or do anything, so we're just kind of killing time now with our new friend till we can go back over and check out the haunted mansion. So hopefully tonight we can get a bit of footage and explore and investigate its claims of being haunted.
This dog's so cute.
Oh my god. I don't think that's how you use it. It's supposed to go that fast?
This one is called the Celebrity.
Alright, now we've killed some time. The cricket is still going on and somehow we got ourselves invited to the trophy ceremony. I don't know. They want us to come because we're foreign, but I thought while we still have daylight, we're going to do a bit of exploring just so that you guys can see what this place looks like in the light and we can get a good feel for it before it does get dark, and hopefully we can sneak back in. So there's a couple of rooms. I mean, the structure's in really, really bad shape. A lot of it's crumbling and caved in. And I did read online that it was still pretty intact and standing in the 90s, but I guess since then it's just, you know, gradually withered away to what it is now. But this is definitely a full room here. If you come up here, you can see a few other rooms. It's a pretty cool little ruin. I like that it's called, it's listed on Google Maps even as the Haunted Mansion, which is funny. So there's a few of the cutest puppies that are living in here. So I guess they don't mind the ghosts that much if there are any. Hey puppies!
Oh, they're so cute.
They are so cute, aren't they? Alright, I don't know how safe this place is, but there's this freaky looking hole. And maybe the dogs live in here, I don't actually know. But it kind of goes down there.
It's a basement.
Oh, check out, there's like a demon devil.
Oh yeah.
On the wall. That's a bit evil.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust going down this hole.
Do you want a Jared cam?
I don't know about that.
Even this staircase, you can just see how badly deteriorated it is. And there's a bit of the roof or upper floor level dangling here.
It's just the people outside playing cricket. Hopefully they clear off at night and we can have this place to ourselves.
Yeah, I really hope so. There is a lot of people here, and India in general. So hopefully, I don't know if this is safe. Check this out. So I guess this was a pretty big house as well. Goes all the way back over here.
One of the cricket guys was saying it was owned by some rich contractor who ended up killing himself here or something.
Yeah, there's been a bit of death here, supposedly. I don't know if it's just part of the legends of the ghost stories or...
Doesn't stop people hanging out here though.
Yeah, definitely not. Or mama dogs breeding their little pups here. Okay, so that was very random. We just went back for the award ceremony and we thought we just got invited to watch, and then we had to go up on stage and accept an award. I don't know what the award was all about or anything.
I think it was just because we had tourists. They just gave us
they were just so proud to have us
a pot
in
plant.
India, and it was really nice. And we kind of just left the plants back there because hopefully someone takes them or something. Cause, I mean, we can't. But it was very, very lovely, and everyone here in Pune has been super welcoming. Now we're hiding in the abandoned mansion because everyone who sees us out here wants to come and talk to us and see what we're doing, where we're from, which is really nice, but we kind of just want the place to ourselves for a little bit and to investigate its claims of paranormal activity. So this place is rumoured to be one of the most haunted places in Pune, India, and it obviously looks like a very spooky place, but it has the backstory to back up the claims that it is so haunted. It dates back to the 19th century, and at that time basically the rulers had it made and handed on to a big businessman, and this guy was very, very wealthy, and he was also a bit of a playboy type. So he would have a lot of women come through the house, and a lot of dancers, in fact. And the story goes that he fell in love with one of the dancers, but she rejected him. To retaliate against her, he murdered her here in this abandoned house. And it's said that he hacked her body up into small pieces, so it wasn't just a murder, it was complete, dismemberment. And after this, he was a bit grief-stricken. He just killed the love of his life. It's said that he actually hanged himself in one of the rooms here. I'm not 100% sure which one, but the rumour is that this place comes alive at night. His ghost lingers here, but also the ghost of the dancers that once passed through here, and there's supposed to be a bit of residual energy of parties and such. And one of the main things that people claim to hear is a lot of Indian dancers wear these belled bracelets or anklets, and as they dance, that obviously makes noise, and that is what people purport to hear coming from the empty mansion. So it has some pretty cool ghost stories, and I think that we'll be able to try and reach out tonight. I don't know, just spending some time here alone is going to be really creepy and really cool. What was that? Yeah, there's definitely movement on the floor here. I don't know. I can just hear things on the floor, it doesn't mean it's paranormal or anything. It could just be animals or the wind. I mean, there's not a lot of wind, but things just moving on the floor.
Did you hear that?
What did you hear?
Heard paper rustling or twigs breaking as if someone was walking over here. You heard something before, didn't you? Didn't you say you heard?
I heard something, so I stamped my feet just in case there's snakes.
Yeah, it could be an animal.
There is a bit of newspaper down there by dry grass, so it's probably just wind blowing that and making noise.
Okay.
A bit worried about that guy following us.
He's not there now.
Okay. Alright guys, so you see me walk around and explore this place during the day, and before I start investigating or doing anything, I'm going to walk around and explore it at night. It definitely takes on a new vibe and a different feel when there's not, a whole bunch of people and kids running around and everyone's playing cricket. It's a lot quieter. I'm going to note though, there are still some people hanging around the cricket ground, so there's some noise over there. There's also very busy roads and whatnot down the hill that we scaled up today, so there's definitely some noise from the traffic. So if you do hear any background noises, just be mindful. It's probably unlikely to be paranormal. So I think another thing here for us. What's that? I think that's a bat.
Yeah, I sent some bats here earlier.
Yeah. So I think another thing that's important for us is just to check the area is empty and there's no one sleeping in here. On this side of this.
We were also told by a local that young couples like to come here and have some private time,
entertain each other.
So we want to make sure there's none of that.
Oh, someone might be coming in now.
I'll keep rolling.
Okay. In case I get murdered. Maybe not. Did you just see that woman walk towards us?
A woman?
There was a woman walking across the field towards us. And now she's not there.
That's weird. I didn't see that. I was too busy looking at this LED screen though.
So earlier I seen a guy walk around that side when we were hiding in here, so I don't know if he was taking a different detour route or what. So that lady wasn't a ghost or anything. We just seen her come out As she came out, a guy went in. So I don't know if people are using an area as a toilet or something here. We also heard a ruckus inside the mansion just before. Positive it was the puppies though. So another thing,
yeah, those puppies are still living in there.
Another thing that we need to watch out for is Mama Dog. She's back and she's kind of sleeping out the front, like guarding her little ones, which is understandable. I don't really want to mess with them.
I don't think we'll be able to do Jared cam in that hole, because I think that's where they live.
They live in that hole?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really want you going in there, and I don't want you to bother the puppies.
Alright.
So we're going to ignore the people that are hanging around, and just keep exploring and go into this next room. There's not as much to see in here, really. I see an old window. This place must have been pretty big and pretty grand back in the day. Think about it. What's this hole? It goes right through. You can like see the other side and the street lights from there. Whoa. Okay. So we go around.
I think this room looks heaps overgrown today.
This is super overgrown, and it's like at this level as well. It's like it's been filled in almost. It's crazy. Maybe we go on the other side. Do you want to follow?
Let's watch that dog.
There's been a few people walk past the dog tonight. She doesn't seem too phased, so maybe she's just used to people and is kind of friendly. There are people coming through with torches though. Do you think they're going to clear this place out?
Should we hide?
Maybe they would just have the torches.
Come on, let's keep moving, babe.
There's all people just hanging out here.
So haunted.
I think it's a couple. Probably like trying to have a romantic night. Then there's us.
This is one of the pillars. Another pillar there.
There's even just scattered bricks here on the floor. Or stone from the actual building. And then here's like the edge of it. I don't know if we can get around this side. Right.
Why don't we enter the way we came in today?
There might be things. What's that? There's something in there big.
I won't be able to see it on the camera.
Yeah, I just seen it go past. Like.
There's not like leopards around here, like Banrad Fort, is it?
I'm going to say no because of how populated it is. If I had to say something, I'd say maybe a dog. Like, it looked that big. And it's very possible it's a dog. There's quite a few hanging around. Maybe there isn't much back here. Because this is just the back. Should we go around?
Yeah.
There's a whole wall here. I wonder what this... I don't know if you can see that on the camera.
No, you can't.
But yeah, past the barbed wire, about, 2 meters past the barbed wire, there's another stone structure. It looks, maybe that was once a wall to like protect the mansion, so to say. What is really cool is this front tower here as well. It gives you a bit more perspective of how big the place would have been, because I know that it would have had multiple stories in there, because when we were exploring earlier you could kind of see the floors. I don't know how high up everything went, but that one's pretty tall. I'm not actually sure if this is where the man in our story hanged himself. I actually have no idea which room here it is. It's definitely tall enough for someone to do that, hang themselves in. I'm not really sure, like, if he used that area though. It could have been anywhere in the house, really. There's also a couple of kids out there just playing and mucking about, so they're screaming and laughing and whatnot. So it's not paranormal, it's not as freaky as, you know, you might think if you hear that at this abandoned mansion in the middle of the night. Alright guys, we're going to go into this other section of the haunted mansion, and this is the area where the puppies live and they are asleep. Well, I'm guessing that's where they sleep in here. So if mummy dog comes up, we don't want to mess with her. We'll just see like if we get anything when we go up here. I think that they sleep in the underground hole area, so I don't think that we should disturb them. Just had a really odd noise, like maybe it was a bird or something. This staircase looks freaky as. There's 3 dogs. They just went up to mummy and then she got up and came over to us. So we kind of just got out of that area where we know the puppies are. Should we go back up there because they've kind of just run off now?
Yeah, I think it looked like the male dogs were just bringing food back, to be honest.
You think?
I don't know. Is that what dogs do?
Alright guys, so I thought I would just chat to you for a little bit while we're waiting for all the last people from the cricket ground to clear out. They're still hanging around playing and, you know, having fun, which is nice, but we want it to be a bit quieter from when we do investigate here. And we're actually really stoked to be here in a place we can actually access, in a place that we can actually access at night. And this has been quite rare for India. India has been, we've enjoyed our time here, but it's been a real struggle to film anywhere. A lot of places have security or they're really strict about filming. There's a lot of different things going on here that have prevented us from, you know, even being able to enter a lot of the places that are said to be haunted and that we want to. I do also just want to point out about this place. I mean, you guys would have seen us mingling with all the cricket people and accepting an award. We actually talked to a few of them about this place and this place being haunted, and I mean, some of them, they all knew the ghost story. They all knew about this place, and they do say yes, the guy supposedly killed himself here. Not so many people mention the murder of the dancer, but that goes with the ghost story. There is a lot of people though that are skeptical that this place is haunted, because they say that the rumours just started after the fact that no one would ever come here or go here at night, because it's not really near anything. That cricket ground's actually brand spanking new. It's about a month old, they said. So before that, no one ever came here, and they said, you know, it's cursed and you shouldn't go there at night, and it's when all the ghostly activity occurs. So it makes sense when you look at this place. It's quite spooky, but it's always interesting to hear like maybe how this folklore has developed and that over time. Alright guys, we're inside the abandoned haunted mansion here in Pune, India. We're going to try a spirit box. It has quietened down so much now. There's still some noise from the surrounding street and whatnot, but it's gotten quite late and it's time to investigate. I'm going to be reaching out in Marathi, which is the local language here in Pune. I do not speak this language. I've used Google Translate to come up with some questions. Hopefully we get some answers through, but if you speak that particular language, you hear any words or phrases, I would love if you leave me a comment and let me know what you heard below. Hello, mas nawe Amy ahe. Hello, my name is Amy. Majeshi Bull, talk to me. Mala tus now sanga. Tell me your name. Tu ite kahes. Why are you here? Tu nutra ai haska. Were you a dancer? Tusha Kunku. Who murdered you? Tukasa Mela. How did you die? Tumhi Kiti Vershaha. How old are you?
8?
I heard 8 very clearly as well. I mean, 8 is young and there's no children's ghosts here that I know of.
It's also in English. Although you ask in English too, though.
Also in English. And it sounded like a man, not a kid. Tumhi Kiti Vershaha. How old are you? Did you hear Vanessa?
No. No one called Vanessa would be here in Pune.
Maybe I'm just picking that out because my sister is called Vanessa, but I don't know. I don't know why I heard that. Okay. Tu Kapuna Ahes. Where are you from? Sarada Tuve Tu Ite Aheska. Senda Tuve, are you here? Denieva Alaweda. Thank you and goodbye. So I also just want to note the last question I asked. Sarada Tuve was the man who actually owned this place. So I just wanted to ask if he was here. I don't think I mentioned that when I was talking, giving the history about the abandoned haunted mansion earlier. That was quite interesting. We did get a lot of words and phrases through. Unfortunately, I don't speak the local language. If you guys did hear anything that sounded very relevant to the questions that I asked, or you think was an interesting response because maybe it's related to the history of this place or the ghost stories, please comment below and let me know. It's always interesting to hear from people who can actually speak the language and decipher these sessions, and unfortunately that I cannot do. but that was very interesting, to say the least. Alright, so we're going to do a little bit more exploring before we try our next investigation piece, but I keep thinking about hearing the word Vanessa, and that is not relevant to this location or this country at all, but it is relevant to me. So my older sister is called Vanessa, and when I heard that come through, that was just like clicked so naturally to be like, oh, it said Vanessa. Though it's odd to hear come through a spirit box here at this location. It does get me thinking about maybe that wasn't a response from a spirit here, but a spirit that could know me or has followed me. I am very, very skeptical when it comes to all of this stuff, but it just seems like, oh, maybe that could be my brain because I just spoke to my sister. It was in my head, a word came through that sounded like Vanessa, and that's just what I heard. But, you know, who knows? Maybe it was someone trying to communicate that actually knows me on a personal level a little bit more than, you know, just a spirit from this place. And that certainly is a belief. You know, people claim to interact with past loved ones all the time when they go out on investigations. And I'm not saying that just happens then. It's just an interesting thought. I mean, another one that I get all the time is we always get things that sound like Amy come through. It even has happened when we've said, hey, can you say my name? But my name is also very like phonetically generic, if that makes sense. So a lot of words or parts of a lot of words sound like Amy, and it could just be us processing, you know, that it sounds like my name. So we're actually thinking to test this theory right here and now. We might actually just reach out in English to see if there's a spirit trying to contact me on a personal level.
This is where I can hear the voice. There is a busy road right there. But just in the bush here, I can hear a man singing. I think it might be from a local temple or something. I sort of thought there's some eyes out there.
Can you see anything on the camera?
Not really, there's two lights in the distance.
It could definitely be a dog though.
Yeah, it could have been a dog. They look like eyes though.
Can you see them right now?
No, I can see the two lights. They also look like eyes. But no.
Well, that's spooky.
Alright
guys, we're just about to head up into the tall tower area of the haunted abandoned mansion. I'm going to do a ghost tube session as well, so I'm going to hit record right now and you guys will see some of the readings come up on the screen. It's set to English.
Should it be Hindi?
I mean, they don't speak Hindi here.
Let's just leave it on English.
Okay, we're going to leave it on English, but I'm mostly going to look for the magnetic readings. Unfortunately, given that there's a road very close that way and this way, it's really hard for EVPs. We just got the word Peru.
That's not relevant.
Come up. That is so not relevant. Is there a Peruvian ghost here?
But they speak Marathi here and we only have English, so I don't think any of the words... Turn the dictionary off, perhaps.
Can I turn it off while it's recording? So I've just turned off the dictionary. The reason being... That looks like there's a f***ing person in there.
Where?
Standing in there.
Yeah, it does. You can't see it on the camera. I think it's the paint on the wall.
It's not a person. Okay, just...
Should we go look with the torch?
That's definitely gotta not be a person. Yeah, that's not. Totally not.
What was it?
It's just the way the light is capturing some of the paint and grout in between the stones or the bricks. It really looks like the outline of a person. It's really scary, actually. Just turn the dictionary off. Reason being is we don't have Marathi, which is the local tongue on here. We do have Hindi, which a lot of people speak here, but it's not the main language of Pune. So we're just gonna not worry about that and focus on the magnetic reader mostly. also being really like wary in this area because just in there is where all the puppies live, and we don't want to disturb them, and we don't want to piss off mama dog either, so. It's gotten much quieter now. I can hear dogs barking and a few cars going by, but I definitely feel like a lot of the people that were hanging around the area have gone now. So feeling a lot more alone, which, you know, is rare in India to feel like that. Magnetic readings are very, very steady. Also because of the background noise, EVPs are like very difficult. I can see a light down here. Which,
through the bushes, I can see it.
yeah, that's not someone with a torch, right? Goes far away.
No, I don't think you can see it on the camera either.
Okay. So I always say this, like I'm always...
Fireworks.
Okay, I can hear fireworks, but could you also hear that? It was like a scream.
Yeah, I heard it out there. It sounded like
it
sounded like a
way.
bird go, woo.
But when I heard the fireworks go, it sounded like it came from that way. It could definitely be a bird.
Could be those puppies as well.
I don't think it's the puppies because I think they're right there. Okay, the magnetic reader might have just moved around a little bit. Yeah, it's much lower here. Do you have something magnetic on you? Is it the camera? Yeah, oh, there must be a magnet in the camera.
Oh, whoops. Okay, maybe I shouldn't hold that then.
Maybe.
Oh, at least we know the magnetometer works.
Yeah, why would there be...
Well, the camera would have magnet in the speakers and stuff.
Oh, would it?
Yeah.
I don't know, they need...
That would make sense that would set it off.
Yeah, okay, so we just learned something new there, guys.
Hey, and at least it proves that the app does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, it knows there was a magnet near it. Just gonna walk around a little bit, and I'm just gonna watch this to see if we get any more magnetic... someone yelling out there. Cracky. That's mama dog.
Let's go.
She's not moving. She just barked. I don't think she was coming at us or anything. Should we go down there?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
I don't want to get bitten by a dog again.
Again.
It's happened a few times on AmysCrypt.
Probably too many times. We don't want to mess with dogs anymore.
Do love dogs, but
I love dogs. I just don't want them to attack me. Okay, I'm going to stop recording now.
okay.
Alright guys, we're just going to head back into the exact same spot that we were conducting our first spirit box, and the reason being is we're going to conduct another one. I'm going to try to reach out in English and see if there is a spirit around that may be trying to communicate with me on a personal level. Now we're going to be listening out for English words which... Oh, what the
Dogs.
Mama just ran across. Yeah, I just seen this white shadow.
Yeah, that was definitely a dog.
Basically what we're going to be listening out to now is words coming through in English, and if we do get any, that'll be very telling because you guys have to remember I'm in the middle of India. Like, they speak predominantly Hindi, but in this area they actually speak predominantly Marathi, so it'll be very, very interesting if we do get a word through in English. I'm gonna have to review the footage anyway because maybe it didn't even sound like Vanessa in the first place, but we're gonna head back into this room. Alright, this is the I Never Spirit box in the abandoned haunted mansion of Pune, India. Hello, my name is Amy. Are there any spirits around that want to communicate to me in English? Is there someone here that knows my sister? Did you say Vanessa to me earlier?
Ask him to say it again.
Can you say my name or my sister's name? Who are you? Is there somebody following me around? If you're following me, I would like to know your name.
I'm hearing words, but it's hard to tell what they are.
I'm hearing words too. Some of them sound like English, but nothing relevant. Can you say hello to me? Do you know who Jared is? Can you say Jared? How do I know you?
It sounds like an Indian lady's voice.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't sound like an Aussie. Where are you from? Do you know Vanessa? If you don't say an English word now, we're going to have to leave. Can you say goodbye to me? Okay, goodbye. So I heard lots of words come through. I'm going to have to replay it. Some that sounded like they could be English, but then again there's a lot with Indian kind of sounding accents there. Nothing that really stuck out to me that, wow, something repeated my name, a family member's name, or, you know, a place that is relevant to me. So I think maybe it was just maybe in my head. Maybe I didn't even hear Vanessa, who knows. By the way, my sister's going to love this episode.
She would have loved it more if they respond.
Yeah, I know, right? Crazy. Interesting experiment nonetheless. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. It was a very interesting day, and it's been a very interesting nighttime investigation here as well. I am really interested to know though, have you guys ever had personal interaction with a spirit whilst investigating somewhere that spirit doesn't really seem linked to? Or maybe you have a theory about it. Please let me know about all of that in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video though, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. If you want to read a bit more about this location or other haunted places I have visited, head to AmysCrypt.com. Until next time,